I told my sister-in-law she can leave Christmas dinner when she freaked out over tampons. She's not my sister-in-law yet, but close enough. I've been with my boyfriend Ian for 3 years, and we hosted Christmas dinner at our apartment. Ian's brother Kyle asked if he could bring his girlfriend Whitney since they'd been dating 2 months and she had nowhere else to go. I said yes. Whitney arrived in a formal red dress while everyone else wore jeans. She brought her 7-year-old daughter Piper without warning. Whitney immediately started asking questions about our apartment, how long we'd lived here, what Ian did for work, whether we were saving for a house, if Ian had investments. 30 minutes into dinner, Whitney grabbed her purse and went to the bathroom. She stayed in there almost 10 minutes. I was about to check on her when I heard a loud gasp. Whitney stormed out holding my box of tampons above her head. She started screaming about how disgusting and shameless I was. How could I leave such inappropriate items where a child and men could see them? She said I had no class, that she'd never witnessed such disrespect. Her daughter started crying. The tampons were inside the cabinet under the sink. You had to open it to see them. I stared at her and said, "The tampons stay where they are. If you have a problem with basic hygiene products, you can leave." Whitney's face turned purple. She grabbed Piper's coat and yelled at Kyle to take her home immediately. Kyle apologized to everyone while Whitney made a speech about how respectable women run proper households. They left. The dinner was ruined. Ian pulled me aside and said I should have just let it go instead of embarrassing Whitney. I couldn't believe he wasn't on my side. The next morning, Kyle called asking me to apologize. Ian suggested I send a quick text to smooth things over. I refused. That afternoon, I went to the bathroom and froze. Everything in the cabinet was rearranged. My tampons had been on the right side. Now they were on the left. The prescription bottles were in different positions. The medicine cabinet above the sink was cracked open. I always keep it shut. Whitney had taken her purse to the bathroom and stayed 10 minutes. She wasn't using the toilet. She was searching through my cabinets. I checked our bedroom. Ian's nightstand drawer wasn't fully closed. His bank statements were out of order, like someone had flipped through them quickly. I showed Ian everything. He got quiet and told me something he'd never mentioned. 2 months ago, their grandmother died and left Kyle $60,000. Kyle had told Whitney about the inheritance early on. Ian said Kyle complained that Whitney kept asking when the money would clear and whether Kyle planned to invest it. Everything made sense. Whitney got caught snooping for financial documents about Kyle's inheritance. When she realized she'd been in there too long, she grabbed the tampons and created a scene so nobody would question what she'd really been doing. Ian called Kyle immediately. Kyle admitted Whitney had been pushing to move in together after only 2 months. She'd sent him screenshots of engagement rings. He thought it was romantic, but now realized it was calculated. 2 days later, Kyle called back. He'd confronted Whitney. She denied it at first, but when Kyle asked why she'd gone through our bathroom cabinets for 10 minutes, she cracked. She admitted she'd been searching for bank statements or documents about the inheritance. She wanted to know exactly how much Kyle had and where he stored it. She'd already planned to suggest they open a joint account in January. Kyle asked why she'd go through our apartment. Whitney said she figured family keeps each other's important documents sometimes, and she wanted to see if we had copies. Kyle broke up with her on the spot. Whitney sent him over 40 texts within an hour calling him cheap and worthless. One message said, "I wasted 2 months on you and I could have found someone who actually has his life together. $60,000 isn't even that much."